to enter Canaan. At that time, I earnestly prayed, Sovereign Lord, I know that you have shown me only the beginning of the great and wonderful things you are going to do. There is no God in heaven or on earth who can do the mighty things that you have done. Let me cross the Jordan River and see the fertile land on the other side. Lord, and let me cross the Jordan River, Lord, and see the fertile land on the other side, the beautiful hill country and the Lebanon mountains. But because of you, the Lord was angry with me and would not listen. Instead, he said, That's enough. Don't mention this again. Go to the peak of Mount Pisgah and look to the north and to the south, to the east and to the west. Look carefully at what you see, because you will never go across the Jordan. Give Joshua his instructions, strengthen his determination, because he will lead the people across to occupy the land that you see. So we remained in the valley opposite the town of Bedford. Moses urges Israel to be obedient. Then Moses said to the people, Obey all the laws that I am teaching you, and you will live and occupy the land which the Lord, the God of your ancestors, is giving you. You do not take anything away. Obey the commands of the Lord your God that I have given you. You yourselves saw what the Lord did at Mount Peor. He destroyed everyone who worshipped Baal there. But those of you who were faithful to the Lord your God are still alive today. I have taught you all the laws, as the Lord my God told me to do. Obey them in the land that you are about to invade and occupy. Obey them faithfully, and this will show the people of other nations how wise you are. When they hear all of these laws, they will say, What wisdom and understanding this great nation has! No other nation, no matter how great, has a God who is so near when they need him as the Lord our God is to us. He answers us whenever we call for help. No other nation, no matter how great, has laws so just as those that I have taught you today. Be on your guard. Make certain that you do not forget. As long as you live, what you have seen with your own eyes, tell your children and your grandchildren about the day you stood in the presence of the Lord your God at Mount Sinai, when he said to me, Assemble the people. I want them to hear what I have to say, so that they will learn to obey as long as they live, and so that they will teach their children to do the same. Tell your children how you went and stood at the foot of the mountain, which was covered with thick clouds of dark smoke and fire blazing up the sky. Tell them how the Lord spoke to you from the fire, how you heard him speaking, but did not see him in any form at all. He told you what you must do to keep the covenant he made with you. You must obey the 10 Commandments which he wrote on 2 stone tablets. The Lord told me to teach you all the laws that you are to obey in the land that you are about to invade and occupy. Warning against idolatry. When the Lord spoke to you from the fire of Mount Sinai, you did not see any form. For your own good, then make certain that you do not sin by making for yourselves an idol in any form at all, whether man or woman, animal or bird, reptile or fish. Do not be tempted to worship and serve what you see in the sky, the sun, the moon, and the stars. The Lord your God has given these to all other peoples for them to worship. But you are the people he rescued from Egypt, that blazing furnace. He brought you out to make you his own people as you are today, because you, the Lord your God, was angry with me and solemnly declared that I would not cross the Jordan River to enter the fertile land which he is giving you. I will die in this land and never cross the river, but you are about to cross the river, but and occupy the fertile land. Be certain that you do not forget the covenant that the Lord your God made with you. Obey his command, not to make yourselves a kind of idol, because the Lord your God is a flaming fire. He tolerates no rival. Even when you have been in the land on long time and have children and grandchildren, do not sin by making for yourselves an idol in any form at all. This is evil in the Lord's sight, and it will make him angry. I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you today that if you disobey me, you will soon disappear from the land. You will not live very long in the land across the Jordan that you are about to occupy. You will be completely destroyed. The Lord will scatter you among other nations, where only a few of you will survive. There you will serve gods made by human hands, gods of wood and stone, gods that cannot see or hear, eat or smell. There you will look for the Lord your God, and if you search for him with all your heart, you will find him. When you are in trouble and all those things happen to you, then you will finally turn to the Lord and obey him. He is a merciful God. He will not abandon or destroy you, and he will not forget the covenant that he himself made your ancestors. Search the past, the time before you were born, all the way back to the time when God created human beings on the earth. Search the entire earth. Has anything as great as this ever happened before? Has anyone ever heard of anything like this? Have any people ever lived after hearing a God to speak from a fire as you have? Has any God ever dared to go and take a people from another nation and make them his own, as the Lord your God did for you in Egypt? Before your eyes, he used, before your very eyes, He used his great power and strength. He brought plagues and war, worked miracles and wonders, and caused terrifying things to happen. The Lord has shown you this to prove to you that He alone is God and that there is no other. He let you hear His voice from heaven so that He could instruct you. And here on earth, He let you see His only fire, and He spoke to you from it. Because He loved your ancestors, He chose you, and by His great power, He Himself brought you out of Egypt. As you, as you advanced, He drove out nations greater and more powerful than you, so that He might bring you in and give you their land, the land which still belongs to you. So remember today and never forget, the Lord is God in heaven and on earth. There is no other God. Obey all His laws that I have given you today, and all will go well with you and your descendants. You will continue to live in the land that the Lord your God is giving you to yours forever. The cities of refuge east of the Jordan. Then Moses set aside 3 cities east of the Jordan River, to which a man could escape and be safe if he had accidentally killed someone who had not been his enemy. He could escape to one of these cities and not be put to death. For the tribe of Reuben, there was the city of Bezer, on the desert plateau. For the tribe of Gad there was Ramoth, in the territory of Gilead, and for the tribe of Manasseh there was Golan, in the territory of Bashan. Introduction to Giving of God's Law. Moses gave God's laws and teachings to the people of Israel. It was after they had come out of Egypt and were in the valley east of the Jordan River, opposite the town of Bethpor, that he gave them these laws. This was in the territory that had belonged to King Sihon of the Amorites, who had ruled in the town of Heshbon. Moses and the people of Israel defeated him when they came out of Egypt. They occupied his land and the land of King Og of Bashan, the other Amorite king who lived east of the Jordan. This land extended from the town of Aroer on the edge of the Arnon River all the way north to Mount Sirion. That's it. Mount Hermon. It also included all the region east of the Jordan River, as far south as the Dead Sea and east to the foot of Mount Pisgah. The Ten Commandments. Moses called together all the people of Israel and said to them, People of Israel, listen to all the laws that I am giving you today. Learn them and be sure that you obey them. At Mount Sinai, the Lord our God made a covenant, not only with our fathers, but with all of us who are living today. There on the mountain, the Lord spoke to you face to face from the fire. I stood between you and the Lord at that time to tell you what He said, because you were afraid of the fire and would not go up to the mountain. The Lord said, I am the Lord your God who rescued you from Egypt where you were slaves. Worship no God but me. Do not make for yourselves images of anything in heaven or on earth or in the water under the earth. Do not bow down to any idol or worship it, for I am the Lord your God, and I tolerate no rivals. I bring punishment on those who hate me and on their descendants down to the third and fourth generation. But I show my love to thousands of generations of those who love me and obey my laws. Do not use my name for evil purposes, for I, the Lord your God, will punish anyone who misuses my name. Observe the Sabbath and keep it holy, as I, the Lord your God, have commanded you. You have 6 days in which to do your work, but the seventh day is a day of rest dedicated to me. On that day no one is to work, neither you, your children, your slaves, your animals, nor the foreigners who live in your country. Your slaves must rest just as you do. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and that I, the Lord your God, rescued you by my great power and strength. That this is why I command you to observe the Sabbath. Respect your father and your mothers, as I, the Lord your God, command you, so that all may go well with you, and so that you may live a long time in the land that I am giving you. Do not commit murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not accuse anyone falsely. Do not desire another man's wives. Do not desire his house, his land, his slaves, his cattle, his donkeys, or anything else that he owns. There are the commandments that Lord gave to all of you when you were gathered at the mountain. When he spoke with a mighty voice from the fire and from the thick clouds, he gave these commandments and no others. Then he wrote them on 2 stone tablets and gave them to me. Thank you. I'm gonna try over. Have a lot. The people's fear. When the whole mountain was on fire, and you heard the voice from the darkness, your leaders and the chief of your tribes came to me and said, the Lord our God showed us his greatness and his glory when we heard him speak from the fire. Today we have seen that it is possible for people to continue to live, even though God has spoken to them. But why should we risk death again? That terrible fire will destroy us. We are sure we are sure to die if we hear the Lord our God speak again. Thank you. Share ako ande. What is God?